My amazing Leos, welcome into your general weekly reading. These messages will be for the week of March 24th to the 30th, 2025. I almost forgot the dates. But I feel this is a time of ultra determination. That's what I'm getting from your energy. There's a sense of you being extremely hardworking and then, at certain select rare points, cutting out time to rest, to be you in a very calm and tranquil way or ways. And I feel there's a lot of growth throughout the week. There's a focus at certain points on what makes you genuinely 1000% happy, or at least starts to increase that happiness. Well, then more of that when you can, you know what I mean? But it also feels like there's a push from spirit to get out and about, to minimalize or just decrease the amount of indoor time. I get if you work an indoor job or you have to run your business from indoors or, whatever the case may be. But it almost feels like you have maybe a home situation, or part of which it could be, where you choose to spend time indoors, and the energy is a bit cold, a bit stiff, maybe a little bit anxious for some. It maybe is just not feeling it, even if it normally is. And so Spirit's saying, the outdoors, the great outdoors, Mother Nature, the fresh air, it's all going to be your best friend. And don't be surprised when you step outdoors and after a certain point, or maybe immediately, you get a message or two through an animal, an insect, Mother Nature otherwise. You could randomly see, I'm getting a symbol or an angel number of importance. Also we have for Leo, grounding. You may want to hop over to Taurus's reading, uncovering treasure, rejuvenating rain, and choosing your path, wondrous universe. Wow, that's a lot. Keywording, discovering truth, and grace and gratitude. So these two coming out to begin, just because I'm holding them, because it feels like there's this grace and gratitude about your energy, and it's really leaving you in a state of effectively easily manifesting. It's leaving you accomplishing really easily, strategically, smoothly. People trust you as well, as what I'm getting, as it is a time where you stand in the light of truth and you get your voice, maybe even Spirit's voice out there, and it makes the world of a difference. I even find that you could be someone like myself where at certain points, whether you mean to or not, you then express a truth or two in that moment, and it helps you as well, all right? And Spirit is saying it's just a week full of different levels of truth and enlightenment of importance. Moving on, key wording. I feel there are certain moments where you need to re-ground yourself and take a deep breath. A lot is taking place. A lot is affecting you at certain points. I even feel like specifically I'm getting the way someone or certain people work and or live is just not it. You can like somebody as a person and dislike the way they work or live, you name it. And I do feel as if this is highlighting, the type of energies you wish to take forward with you and spark new beginnings with, as far as any type of connection goes. But I especially feel like friendship is taking a highlight. And I love this for you, the uncovering treasure card. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. So I really find that the week gives you, creative solutions is what I'm hearing, but moments of discovering, moments of stumbling upon treasures of delight and golden opportunity. There's something about you, even in the moment of, say, randomly being negatively affected by a spirit or two, or again, somebody else in your external reality, you're still extremely graceful for the most part, and grounded and grateful. And I really feel like this is even a moment where you're able to, more than ever, better appreciate maybe the treasure that you're able to stumble upon or discover in that moment, even maybe the accomplishment at hand or what you just were able to wrap up. And so Spirit is saying your perspective, your outlook, and your approach is everything. But on another note, my friend, your energy is everything. There's a comfort and a delight about you. There's a very universal way about you as well. Interesting. While Spirit is saying very clearly, you, my friend, walk in beauty. You're looking good. Doesn't mean that there isn't moments of dissatisfaction or critical focus critical thinking in regards to maybe say how you're appearing to the world, how you feel even. But then Spirit's saying, well, what do you need to adjust in order to feel better, or look better? And I'm not saying be that ultra perfectionist that some of you can at times be, but I do sense that Spirit's saying you have the answer, the key to improving that for yourself, as it may simply be a week for some where you acquire a key of importance otherwise. There's also something adorable about you. Choosing your path, all is possible. They're giving you this sort of conquering, triumphant energy that you provide and create for yourself at other points, but then they're saying you deserve to feel this empowerment, this courageous energy. You're needing to remember that I'm seeing almost like a Broadway sign up in lights, in caps, all is possible, all right? And so then they're asking, what do you want? What do you need? What needs to change? What feels maybe out of reach? And then Spirit's saying, don't be surprised when in divine timing, after a certain point in time, you then achieve what felt out of reach or impossible. And so don't be surprised if you see one of multiple infinity symbols throughout this week. But last but not least, we have rejuvenating rain. Clear the past, heal the present. It feels like you're almost, in a sense, being prepared, or you are being prepared for the future by clearing out any attachments to the past, any heaviness that somehow is connecting to the past. It may be further back for some, closer for others, or both. But they're saying, let this be a week of rejuvenating rain as we clear whatever that ends up being for you in regards to the past, and we can heal the present day reality within and outside of you and get ready for so much more ahead. Absolutely beautiful. But you may as well need to take a step back and view things from above, from a further out perspective. The Hanged Man, because honestly, at certain points, your perspective needs a bit of tweaking, right? And this may be part of stepping back or, clearing up the past somehow once again. But I also feel like you're also needing to remember when your voice is meant to get out specifically, strategically, it will. And so if you're stumbling in certain moments, if you're maybe feeling it's not the easiest to get your voice out there, each and every accomplishment, task of importance, change within your life is going to happen a lot easier than it once did. So please keep that in mind. Again, it being a week where we need to each individually disconnect from the way the past has been, all right? And that's going to come through in several ways. Now I'm getting music is going to be significant for you, as well as I'm getting YouTube and TikTok videos, but music really holds such power in the way it changes your energy, the way it's easily communicating this and that from spirit. Anyways, it maybe even helps you disconnect and separate from whatever's at hand. But I really feel like this is going to be a week where you are experiencing new income. Sorry about the background noise. It's always something reading outside. But you're as well going to feel like you are more on top of your game, while there are certain distractions and limitations, but they're saying don't let it get the best of you. Alrighty, Leo, new location, new set of messages. Let's continue and see what else we get for your week. The 10 of Cups and the 10 of Wands. All right, so it really feels like there's a focus on a better lifestyle, on acquiring and achieving it all. Being it all is what I'm hearing. But it feels like it's a time where there's a lot on your plate. There's maybe scattered energy. There's a focus upon your happiness at certain random points where Spirit is saying that needs to be at the top of your priority list. But it just feels like as well, there's certain locations, certain moments that carry, even if it didn't right beforehand or doesn't normally, it in that moment or two is carrying very heavy energy, and then Spirit's going to push you in that moment even soon after the fact, focus upon a better situation for yourself, or where you could be otherwise that carries more fulfillment, more happiness, better energy. And so it feels like it's a time for you where you're needing to think about what's best for you, in current moments, as far as, do I need to migrate to a different situation? Do I need to avoid this accomplishment so that I can come back to it at a better time, when it less affects me negatively? In a larger sense, do I need to replace the situation because it makes me nervous, because it carries bad energy, because it's unrealistic in some way, shape, or form? And they're saying the week also really reminds each of us individually that even if something once upon a time was ideal, once upon a time held all these pros and benefits for you, and it may still to an extent at this time, but just because it once was one, if not multiple, of those things we were just mentioning, doesn't mean it currently does and will in the future. Things change, including you. And so I really feel like people are, all right, on a positive note, admiring your Leo looks. There's something about your energy being so grand and captivating, and you can't help but feel like this is working to your advantage. It's because it is. And I really do sense that you are dressing nicely, you're accessorizing. For somebody receiving packages in the mail or one in particular, this will make you happy. But as well, there's a focus on your financial savings. The Fool card and the Hierophant, they're wanting you to utilize one, if not multiple, structures to your advantage to prepare for a leap of faith in the future. All right, whether it's, say, you need to be structuring yourself and whatnot as far as putting effort towards work matters, and this helps you succeed more and save more money to invest in, say, a new car or a new living situation. You can then maybe have the comfort to leap into a new work situation somehow. Does that make sense? Now, you're also going to be, it's another week where you will see feathers to symbolize protection, to remind you of the protection that you truly have. It's this feeling of you not always sensing or remembering that you have this ultra spiritual protection within your energy fields. And they're saying we work wonders at a distance and up close for you. Please remember that. But I sense that there's maybe one of a couple different emotional people in your midst, whether they want to come off that way, admit it or not. They're saying, please, if you can, keep your distance. But the Lover's card, there may be a focus upon love for the future, regardless of whether you have somebody within your life or not. But what about your current day reality in comparison to, say, the future? What about the future would, let me reword this. Think about your future for a second, right? And maybe even again in comparison to your current day reality. What's going to bring more loving energy from you? What's going to bring you more love and comfort, stability in the future? There's going to be a focus upon this for one, if not multiple reasons, okay? I feel as if you're needing to remember that everything that you feel you have figured out or solidified as far as your vision for the future will be tweaked at certain points moving forward. I'm not saying you don't have the general grasp or vision of things, but Spirit is saying we also know more than you do, but we also have a vision of ours, and so we're going to kind of mend the two to make a beautiful, bright Leo future for yourself. Let's pull a couple more. Moving on to the Page of Swords, you're going to learn more about yourself and learn more about your path moving forward. As Spirit's saying, we're going to come through and speak through your dreams. We will be coming through and speaking through symbols, synchronicities, and maybe even through your thoughts and your waking reality for the very connected. But also I want to say on a last and final note, try to enjoy yourself more, because there's an ultra serious, very responsible way about you, maybe even stern way about you that maybe needs to be broken, from your energy field. You need to kind of shake it off, enjoy yourself. As I'm being drawn to a kid strutting around the park with a cardboard box on his head. Anyways, so I'm going to leave your reading at that. I hope your random messages were helpful for this upcoming week. I am sending you so much love and light. Bye, Leo.